Child, it's a lot going on. Welcome back to the Lane Jury Box here on Trial Watch with Demetra. I am Demetra lit all day, and we are at the final few yards here. I scheduled the live maybe 10 minutes late, then I was like 4 minutes late, but we are here. I need to send out the notification. I need to send out on my wall. Let me do that. Hey, Winter. Hey, Renee. But needless to say, we are here and we're going to get into the conclusion of the state of Georgia versus Miles Bryant. Okay, here in night court. This has been an 8-part series. It was real interesting as far as the case of this 22-year-old active police officer at the time, Miles Bryant. He is on trial. The trial we watched, he was a defendant accused of unaliving 16-year-old high school sophomore Susanna Morales. Okay, between a 10-minute walk from her house back to her home in the neighboring apartments to her friend home. In the midst of 10-minute walk, she didn't make it home. July 26th. July 26th of 2022. Her remains was located and found months later in February of 2023, skeletal remains only. It was only because, I should say, I think one of the best thing that happened to have this case get resolved was the fact that he lost his gun at the site where they found the body. If they wouldn't have found that gun, who knows if he would have been caught, but they did. Okay, and he's on trial for unaliving and kidnapping Susanna Morales. So we watched last night the interrogation, which was real interesting to see. Thank you so much, son. To see him really, the last couple of days of trial watch, we've been able to look more at his behaviors, his actual carriage, with all the body cam footage, with the interrogation, with the testimony from the girls that he had previously dated. All of that gave, for me at least, more of a good idea of how he actually personally carries just on a humanistic level, right? So I want to get us started. The lead detective was the last witness, and then it gets down to the verdict. We're going to watch the verdict, and then we're going to watch the sentencing, because the sentencing is very, very, very emotional. So let's see. Please hit the likes. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for being a part of the replay here at the Trial Watch with Demetra, where our chat is called the Lit Lane Jury Box. So let's get into this. Let's see. And with this trial ending on tonight, we're going to get ready to go into a new format. So I hope you guys are going to be excited about that when it rolls out. Let's see.
Not change your mind about testifying.
Oh, no.
Okay. Do you understand it?
So at this point, the state just rested with the lead detective and her showing that interrogation.
Mind about testifying.
Dang, they happen so fast. I can't get it. Right point. All right, let me just leave it right there. Hey, Captain Smith, good evening. Good evening. Good to see you. It's planned, but oh no, it's not. There you go. All right. So the state has finally rested. Now it's up to the state. To the defense. And the defense never has to prove a case. The state has to make the case. I would try to fast forward it, but if I do that, we're going to miss it. It happens so fast. So let me be patient. I hope y'all had a good day today. I did. I just ate me something good. My son picked out for order for us some waffle fries, loaded waffle fries. They were real good. I've been in here trimming my hair. If y'all saw me earlier on the live today, on the other side, you see I've been twisting my hair and treating my hair. I went back in and I'm trimming it now. I'm almost done. I'm at the top. Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I say as
Do
soon as
you
I try to fast
personally,
forward,
Miles
then I
Bryant,
fast forward.
not change your mind about testifying?
We keep missing the
Okay.
part where she asked him the question. Maybe they came in late. The news goddamn people. Maybe they missed part of it. Damn.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you personally, Miles Bryant, want to testify or not?
No, ma'am.
Hey, Miss Sassafran.
I find the defendant has freely and voluntarily decided not to testify with a complete understanding of his rights.
And Renee.
All right. All right, y'all may be seated. We ready for the jury?
So he chose not to
Yeah.
testify in a nutshell.
I'm just thinking through logistically here. Obviously, I don't know if the defense has any other evidence to present.
That was going to be my next question.
And whether or not,
Hey,
obviously
foot
they do,
soldier.
it's their turn to present whatever evidence they want to. If they don't, and they also rest fairly quickly, contemporaneously with me resting, at that point, based on our discussion yesterday, I anticipate the court to
Release them. Release the jury.
release the jury. You reserve ruling on the motions for directed verdict. And then, so
Wait a minute, what?
in terms of preparing for closing arguments to the jury, I gotta have some kind of direction, I guess.
I will not be ruling until after the verdict comes in. All the charges will go to the jury.
Okay, so,
All charges will go to the jury as if I had denied
okay,
the defense motion.
so.
Wait a minute, there's something funny going on.
I think procedurally and appropriately, the way to accomplish what the court is announcing is for the court to deny the motion for directed verdict at this time.
Hey, Jill.
And then Ms. Drake can make a motion at the conclusion of the trial with if any verdict is rendered, or if it's a guilty verdict for essentially a judgment.
Oh, I don't know what they.
At that point, which is a renewed motion for a directed verdict, and the court will reconsider exactly what she's arguing at that time.
That's not my understanding of the law. I'm reserving ruling.
Okay. And I think you've announced what your intention is
Yeah.
perfectly. I just wanted to.
I don't think.
Child, I don't know what the hell they talking about.
Okay.
I want the verdict.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I'm
Hey,
going to
Livin.
release you for the day. We have some issues we have to take up about the jury charges. And then tomorrow morning when you come in, evidence has been closed. That portion of the trial is closed. And you will hear closings from, or you may hear closings. The state and the defense will have opportunities to give what are called summations, which we talked about in the beginning prior to commencing this trial.
Hey, Tweety, everybody, good to see everybody this evening.
Let's go ahead and have you here at 8:45.
I'm gonna explain it.
So we
Winter.
can start at 9. We'll have any.
Okay, so Winter says, "Why I feel like we missed something? It do feel like we missed something, but we didn't. The last witness that took the stand, we saw her last night. The lead detective with the interrogation. Yeah, she answered a couple more questions that was needed here there because it was all about the interrogation, and we know he did it, right? So at this moment, what feels strange is they're doing something different about how they do the verdict. Something about I don't know, but it got cut off, and anybody got time for all that? Okay. The bottom line is, I want us to look at the sentencing, okay? Because we know they're gonna find him guilty. This sentencing was something else, you guys. Y'all know this is Best of Trial Watch. I need to change the channel name to that too. Best of Trial Watch. Okay, here we go. Hold on. So this is the sentencing after he got found guilty
with Dorville. We want to go to the live pictures now, and 22 has been reached in a case that we've been following very closely over the last couple of weeks.
And the defense didn't call anyone.
Morales,
and he chose not to
verdict
testify.
coming in here in the last 20 minutes, taking place there, and related to a Gwinnett County teenager who was murdered back in.
Either side wants to talk to them, they will talk with the attorneys. I'm going to instruct the press that none of the jurors want to be contacted, filmed. You are under court order not to film, not want to speak with the press, and they asked me to tell.
All right, Judge Atkins. Yeah, look at him sitting up in that jailhouse greens. There we go. Hey, the Tea Lounge. Good evening. All right, so the jury found him guilty. Okay, and this is the live sentencing that that happened the next morning. No closing arguments, none of that stuff that they show. They didn't show none of that. I don't know if they passed it. Oh, what?
And let's get her Perkins step back in the room. She had stepped out.
Certainly. Sheila, will you just...
That's him in his jailhouse green. Where's the glasses at? Now, he didn't testify. The question is he going to speak at his sentencing? Which I don't know either.
Before I make any comments, Judge, the family members of the victim's family would like to speak and give an impact statement to the court. I'd first like to call up Ms. Jasmine Perez.
Y'all, trigger warning. This finna get so sad.
Will you pull that microphone down?
It's her sister, the victim's sister.
My name is Jasmine Perez. Susana was my little sister. First of all, I just wanted to thank everybody for working on this case. All we ever wanted was justice for what happened to her. So I want to thank her for that. I mean, nothing will ever bring her back to this day. I still hope that I'll see her again. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about.
I'm just gonna tell y'all, I cried when I watched this innocent. I cried.
I just like that he receives the maximum sentence because no family, no mother, no father, no one deserves to go through this. No one deserves to go through what he went through all these years, these 2 years. I'm sorry.
Jasmine, I'm so sorry you lost your sister. I'm so sorry you lost your sister.
Thanks, Your Honor. Susanna's other sister, Lisa Sharia, would like to speak.
There go to Usher.
Good evening, Your Honor. I'm Susanna's older sister. And
I just wanted to thank everybody. Thank you, the juror, the honor, everybody that worked in this case. I think you guys worked so hard to give justice for my sister. I just wanted to let you know what our family went through. Seeing my mom devastated every single day, not knowing what could happen to my sister was very, very disappointing, devastating. Seeing my mom not eat, not be able to sleep. Seeing my mom not wanting to cover herself, thinking that she could be somewhere lost. The worst as the days pass, it's very, very hard not to think anything positive. As days, months, weeks passed, our minds were thinking the worst. Every single day, we had a different theory what could have happened to her. Maybe she got kidnapped. We didn't know anything. Every day was a new series in our mind, like a movie going through our heads. What was happening? What was she going through? Is she being held? Is she being forced to do something? I couldn't even have intimacy with my husband, thinking that she could have been being raped during that time. Seeing my mom lose weight that she never lost over years. She lost weight over 25 pounds during not knowing, thinking in the rain. Is she wetting herself? Is she's outside? We didn't know. It was something that I don't desire anybody to go through. And we're here today. Thank you, thanking everybody that was involved to have this moment where at least we know something and have peace knowing that justice was made. I want to thank you and our family for the full closure of this case.
I am so sorry for the loss of your sister. And I hope that after today, there will be some measure of peace for you.
Thank you.
That is what I wish upon you, that you'll have some peace.
Thanks again.
Your Honor, Leslie, Suzanne's mother, Maria, would like to speak.
So see, now I'm saying my sister was missing for a couple of days. Safe, thank God. But that time was torture. I bet, to not know where somebody at, and this went on for months. So this oldest daughter, very well said, well put, how she carried herself and did that was good. Now I'm prolonging the one that just broke me down. I was in tears. Tears. So I've seen it already.
Miss the interpreter is here to.
It's her mama.
It's okay. It's okay.
Primero que todo, quiero dar gracias al fiscal por ayudarlos. Hizo un buen trabajo.
First of all, I want to thank the ADA for helping us. He did a good job.
Gracias al jurado por tomarse el tiempo de estar aquí.
Thank you to the jury for taking the time being here.
A cada uno de los que han estado conmigo desde el primer día.
Each one of the people that have been with me since the first day.
Y a los medios también. Me han apoyado mucho.
And the media too. They have supported me a lot.
Ha sido muy difícil desde el primer día que mi hija desapareció.
It's been very difficult since the first day that my daughter disappeared.
Ha sido un cambio en esta vida de toda mi familia porque principalmente yo.
It has been a change in our lives.
Pensando cada día, cada minuto, cada segundo de donde está.
With my entire family, and especially for myself, just thinking every day, every minute, every second of where she could be.
Casi 7 meses buscándola. recibiendo llamadas diciéndome que la tienen, recibiendo fotos, diciéndome que me la van a mandar en pedazos.
Almost 7 months, receiving calls, receiving messages, receiving pictures, saying that they were going to return her in pieces.
Cada noche yo no puedo dormir sin pensar en ella.
Every night I can't sleep without thinking of her.
Pensando si está bien, si está la buena, si comió, si pasa frío.
Okay, if she was outside, if she ate, if she was cold.
Pidiendo ayuda a todo el mundo. Yo quería que me ayudaran a encontrarla porque era muy difícil.
Asking for help from everyone. I wanted help to find her because it was so difficult.
Yo solo, después de que la encontramos, le prometí que iba a tener justicia.
Only after we found her, I promised her that we were going to have justice.
Solo Dios pudo hacerlo para que la encontraran en ese estado y en ese lugar.
Only God was able to do it, for her to be found in that state and in that place.
Yo no puedo, es muy difícil. Solo quiero que se tenga la justicia que ella se merece, porque ella no merecía ser raptada, ni violada, ni matada. Yo no sé qué es lo que sufrió, yo solo sentí
I don't know, this is
la
very hard.
aflicción de ella,
She
el
didn't
miedo
deserve
de ella.
to be taken, to be killed, to be raped, to be treated that way.
Cada día yo lo siento cuando
I feel it every
I think
day
she said a lot more than that.
that happened to her.
Yo solo doy gracias a la juez y pido que se le dé todos los días que tenga de su vida de condena a la persona que le hizo eso a mi niña, porque era una niña alegre, buena, ya no le hacía daño a nadie.
I just want to thank the judge, and I just want him to receive every day that he can, because she was a good girl, a happy girl, and she didn't deserve that.
Yo sé que nada de esto me la va a regresar y no va a quitar el dolor que siento cada día.
I know that none of this is going to return her back to me, and it's not going to take away the pain that I feel every day.
No hay una noche que no me acueste llorando por ella porque yo la extraño tanto.
There's not a night that I don't go to bed thinking about her because I miss her so much. That's all.
Maria,
Oh, Lord.
truthfully, thank you. Thank you very much for your words. I cannot imagine the torture and pain you have endured till you found your daughter. And your daughter, Susanna, did not deserve this. And I just hope that after today, you and your family can find some peace. That is what I wish for you. Hopefully, you will receive some peace now. Thank you.
Baby, the day I heard her speaking that the very first time, I was up in here just crying with her. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can just the pain off of this girl mama just radiates, right? And it seemed like it like you don't have to know exactly what she's saying or what she's saying. You feel it, right? You feel it. I felt it. The judge crying, the whole place crying. You know, this was like really tough. I remember when I watched this trial, I got so caught up into it. I didn't even come on YouTube. I was doing some other stuff at the time. I wasn't doing this type of content, but it had me in a chokehold, like literally. So let me see.
2 and 3. will merge with count one.
They still crying.
Mr. Bryant
Nobody spoke for him.
was supposed to protect.
His
He
mama
was
didn't speak, his
supposed to be
dad,
the
nobody.
person helping. But instead, he did exactly the opposite.
You know she didn't get everything out, Kathy. I know, I was like that, but the woman said way more than that.
Just beginning her life.
Exactly.
And the devastation that he has left is unimaginable for her family and for everybody. I don't have many more comments to make other than for somebody like him, Judge, there is no hope. He is a monster. He is what goes bump in the night.
Ooh.
He is a predator.
Damn.
And I believe that the only sentence that brings justice in this case is for him to be sentenced to a period of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole on count one and 12 months in custody on count 5. Just, I don't believe that he's a person who could ever walk free again.
Me either.
So that's the state's request, Your Honor.
Thank you. Strick.
Let's see what she got to say, child.
On behalf of my client, I do want to thank the jurors for their time and attention. It was very obvious that they paid attention and took notes. To the family of Susanna, I'm so sorry for your loss. I didn't really interact with y'all a lot on breaks because I don't really feel that that's appropriate. But Miss Maria, you were very gracious when I did interact with you, so I appreciate that. Your Honor, I just wanted to point out a few things. My client's family left. His mother, father, some aunts and uncles, both grandmothers. The grandmothers were able to sit through more of the trial. They have a family friend here now as well. This has been overwhelming for them. He is their miracle baby. He was adopted at a very young age. And I believe especially Miss Tracy, his mom, he was her life. This has been devastating for them. As the court knows, there were times that they simply could not be in here. I feel assured that this type of behavior is certainly not how they raised him, and quite frankly,
the family couldn't even take it.
The acts that they heard in descriptions
Nobody spoke for him
during this trial was too much for them to bear. I have notified. I have notified them. I did reach out to them. I just want to point out to you that my client just turned, well, not just, but a little while back, turned 23. He's only 23 years old, Your Honor. I understand the state's request. I understand the havoc that he did put on Susanna's family. I'm just asking the court to please consider his age and take that into consideration for the sentence.
Mr. Bryant, do you want to say anything?
Look. Watch this.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, he do say something.
Would you like to say anything?
Yes,
For Go ahead.
No, you can speak from there.
I just want to apologize to everybody and to the victim's family. Sorry.
That's it.
Well, that's something. Yeah, it works shit.
On count 1, malice murder, I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2 and count 3, I believe, vacate as operation of law. Count 5, I sentence you to 12 months, which is the maximum I can, consecutive to your life without the possibility of parole. Thank you. You may go with the deputies.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
Damn, very short,
With the court,
to the point.
when I filed the motion for new trial, would you like
Why
me
his
to
ass so high
file a
up?
motion to withdraw?
That's all right.
Yes.
I'll just I'm just going to appoint an appellate lawyer.
I don't
Thank
need
you, Ms. Judge.
Right? He getting it exactly. Living says, plus he's a cop. He's gonna have to be in protective custody, right? T-Lau say this is sad all the way around. It's sad all the way around, right? And it was even sadder. I don't know if y'all know this. Like his ass is always sitting up. When he was walking in the jailhouse yesterday, I say, "Oh, he walks so funny." You know, he a ex-cop who killed this young girl. Excuse me. They gonna give him hell in the penitentiary. Let me close my window, yeah. Yeah, we are at that time of the year where I have started having my windows open. It's been getting nice outside and pretty, you know. So we have finished this case with the Miles Bryant. I thought it was very interesting to let the case see how the case built up. And really, the question I had when I very first started this trial with you guys, and it was one of my banners. Hold on, let's see. I think I just took that banner off to like yesterday. I had for the entire trial, I had what went wrong, right? What went wrong? How did this happen? How did this young black guy seemingly, when I say seemingly, like on paper, and just by describing it, you know, hey, young black guy played sports, finished high school, was in ROTC the whole time, Navy Reserve, straight out of high school, straight into the police academy, working, doing, boom, he a police officer. All these things on paper seems like, okay, that's the right direction for a young guy to go into. Ooh, that's going to make up somebody a good catch or something like that. And lo and behold, he got all the makings of a fucking serial killer. You need to cover this dad that just killed his daughter. Send me that one, because what's going to happen now that we finish this trial? We like tomorrow night when I come on tomorrow night for night court, we gonna watch. It's gonna be a defendant take the stand, and we're not watching the whole trial, but we're gonna watch him testify. It's real interesting. They had it in, what was this trial? I think Ohio or something like that. But either way it goes, he ended up shooting this girl, but he says somebody else came and shot her and all this kind of stuff. It's like real strange. And to see him on the stand and hear how he testified, I think is real interesting. They just found her yesterday. Where at? What state? But the next nighttime trial watch we're gonna do, I'm gonna roll that out to you guys next week, and it's gonna be we're not gonna have too many more trials, whereas they last weeks, right? I'm really trying to streamline that so it can be like one case, boom, the best parts of it, boom, 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 and have other content in between. Because just doing it's a trial watch channel, but it don't have to be so tedious. It don't have to be so monotone. It don't have to be so draining, right? And so that's what I'm really just trying to work on, the formatting of how we watch the trials and what manner. You think Ohio too? And then during the daytime, my shows like that. So that's and I don't know if you guys remember, but before we moved to trial watch with Demetra, I was like, okay, I think it'd be cool to do trials that like feature every once in a while the ones that was featured like on Dateline or 48 Hours or you know, the crime shows. So that's how I got it set up. I have to just show y'all how it's gonna go. Where we can watch, we're gonna do a live reaction and watch like the 2020 episode or whatever, and then watch the stuff. Oh yeah. I saw something about that today, but I didn't know that was her daddy. Okay. It's a lot of I got some updates on the Squalor mom in Detroit. They got another woman in Detroit who buried her son. I want to start talking about these criminal news headlines and stories. And the way we're gonna do the trial watch, it's gonna be one trial, the 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Boom. We watch this, do the live reaction, talk about the background of the case. The next day, boom, watch the highlight testimonies, couple of days of that, verdict, sentencing, wrap. And keep it moving. You know, that's how I think it'd be better. What y'all think? I think it'd be better when it's not so long. I've been picking too long of trials, and then getting bogged down in one trial for too long. I want to have it moving better at a better pace. That way you keep the interest and gain new interest, you know? And I have that type of format set up already ready to go, timestamps, everything, for 2 different trials in that new format. Okay. So y'all just stick with me. We is getting it together. I will be on here tomorrow night, but we're gonna be doing something else, a different trial. We're gonna be doing the defendant take the stand. That's what I want to start doing, with the defendant take the stand and hear how they testify and whether we believe them or not. All right, you guys. I have been working on different stuff with this as far as the screens and stuff. That's why it's kind of disjointed. And I need to start making sure I keep the lives down to 2 hours. The 2-hour deal, I've been playing with getting the clips from him. And as long as I keep it right at 2 hours, I can get the clips off of it for shorts and everything else. So y'all keep tuning in. We finish this trial tonight. We start something new tomorrow. Okay, the show is a lot shorter tonight, but I wanted to wrap up this trial. Okay, all right. Good night, y'all. Thank y'all. I know it's been rough, but just hold the faith. Keep the faith.
Thanks for watching. Do not forget, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Like, comment and share. See you next time. Thanks for watching.